Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. So today is Friday, March 13th and it is 8:20 in the evening and I am at my local Walmart. If you guys are new to my channel, I live in Iowa in the Midwest in the United States. And today President Trump declared a national state of emergency due to the virus that has been labeled a pandemic. And so if you didn't know, essentially everyone has been panic buying a lot of food and home supplies and toilet paper and everything. So I had to go to Walmart tonight anyway to get stuff for Kira's science project. We are actually all stocked up on food. I always keep at least, probably we could eat 6 to 8 weeks on the food that I have in our house at all times. So I always keep that. We're good on like emergency supplies and everything. So I kind of just wanted to film this video just to kind of show you guys what the store looks like now, because I think it's interesting. And I guess this is sort of like a historic event. I don't really remember anything like this happening so far in my lifetime. So I'm gonna take you inside the store with me. First impressions of the parking lot are that it looks a little bit busy for 8:20 on a Friday evening. So we'll see what it looks like inside. But just for reference, the county that I live in is a rural county, and total population in this county is only about 43,000. So I do kind of live in a more rural area. So let's go inside and see what awaits us. So the first thing I noticed when I walked in is that some of the protein drinks are picked over, which that is super interesting. I wouldn't have thought of that. So all the vitamin C is gone. I wonder if people think they're gonna get scurvy or something. That's interesting. So this is the aisle with all the pain relievers in it. And this was like this when I was here 2 weeks ago. Super duper picked over, and like hardly any Tylenol, hardly any Advil left. There's also an aisle over that way with a lot of like Band-Aids and first aid supplies in it. And I'm not gonna go over there because there's a bunch of people in it, but that aisle is super picked over also. This is where all the hand soap is supposed to be. Gone. All the wipes gone. So I think that's super interesting about the soap and stuff, but there's an NPR article that I'll post down below that I think a lot of people read, and it listed all this stuff like saltine crackers and hand sanitizer and stuff. And so I think that's what people are using to prepare, and that's why kind of, you know, certain stuff is all gone and picked over. So there's still laundry detergent left, but it's really picked over. There's no toilet paper. I'll show you that in a second. There is some bleach left, but when I was here a couple weeks ago getting bleach, it was kind of like this too, just really low. So this is where the toilet paper is supposed to be, all along here. You can see that there's like absolutely none. This is so weird, seriously. So it looks like there is actually some Lysol left, but that's picked over. I couldn't get the aisle where usually all of the like the Clorox wipes are, because there's a bunch of people over there, but that's totally bare. Like there might be 3 packages of Clorox wipes left. I'm not sure, but it's like mostly all gone. And so is like the Lysol spray, the one in the aerosol can, gone. This is the aisle where the paper towels are supposed to be. There's, oh my god, did someone steal that? Oh, it's 1 roll of paper towels. Yeah, there's literally 0 rolls of paper towels here. There looks to be plenty of diapers, so apparently there's not very many babies in this town, or people didn't stock up on that. So I think once the toilet paper was gone, people started buying the wipes, because those are all gone too, except for like a couple random packages of like the to-go ones. There's a couple more water wipes up there, but that's it. Alright, so now we're getting into the food. Like the chips are pretty picked over, but there's still quite a few left. This is interesting too, because all of the bulk cheese is gone. Like there's still the smaller bags of shredded cheese, but most of the larger ones are gone, except there's still some cheddar, but like all of the bulk mozzarella cheese is gone. All of the butter is gone too. I was actually going to get some butter. They do have some of this left. It's probably more expensive, but I might get some. It's Iowa, so we got to check on the status of the Busch Latte, but it looks like there's still some left. A lot of the Budweiser is picked over though. They actually have a pretty good stock of water. When I was here a couple weeks ago, they were running low, but it looks to be fine. So they do have peanut butter, quite a bit of peanut butter actually, but there is like hardly any bread. There's like buns and stuff, but this is usually where all the bread is. It's like, there's none left except like the expensive loaves over here. High dollar bread is all that's left. I mean, the thing about bread is that I can make bread if we really need it, but I mean, I'd rather not do that obviously, but I would if I had to. There seems to be still plenty of cereal, but it's very picked over. I mean, compared to what it normally is, you know. There's still sugar left, but it is pretty picked over. The flour is also really picked over. I might pick up an extra bag of flour because I think I only have one in the pantry at home. Here's where the ramen is supposed to be. There's literally like one lone cup of noodle. They do still have plenty of tortillas left, so I guess if you know, needed bread and you couldn't get it, you could use, you know, flour tortillas and wraps. There is some pasta sauce left, but it's very, very picked over for sure. The pasta is also picked over, but there is still, I don't know, there's actually still quite a bit of pasta left, I would say. There's still tuna left, but you can see a lot of it's gone too. They actually have more canned vegetables here than I thought they would. I was at Hy-Vee earlier today and they were like really running low, but it seems like they have quite a bit here still. Almost all the rice and beans are gone. There is still some rice that looks like, and maybe a few bags of beans, but not many. Someone also bought up all of the large ice creams. I guess no one wants to buy produce in a pandemic because the produce section seems to be pretty standard. I don't see really anything gone here. All right, so I'm back in the car now. Overall, my impressions. There was more food than I thought there was going to be. I'd watched some other videos on YouTube where the food was much more picked over. Maybe it's because we don't live in a very populated area. Definitely all of the like dry goods and staples were picked over. There were some things that were totally gone, which you saw. There was definitely no toilet paper and no paper towels in the whole store, and I walked through the whole store. So as I was walking through, I think it's just interesting to think about the psychology of scarcity and how that affects what people buy, because even when I was in there just now, I bought a bunch of things that I did not even plan on buying, just because I see the empty shelves, and then in the back of my head I think, well, what if I were stuck at home for 2 weeks or a month and I can't go to the store? Like, I want choices. And I think that's the interesting thing about the world we live in today, is that we have so much choice. Like, we can go to the deodorant aisle and there's probably, you know, 100 different deodorants to choose from. Same with the cereal aisle, there's probably even more. So I think, you know, people just get nervous when they can't choose things that they want, and also there's like a lack of control in that, and when people feel like they're losing control, they hoard things, you know, because there's like that scarcity mentality. So I think that's interesting. And then also, you know, just seeing the empty shelves really kind of does something in your brain. You know, here in America, we are used to going to the grocery store and not seeing empty shelves. Like, all of our shelves are full all the time. We have food everywhere, paper towels everywhere, toilet paper everywhere. And we're very lucky in that. And I think it just sort of underscores how fortunate we are to live in a place that's like this and have access to things like this. So yeah, it's interesting. I would love to know your thoughts, but I enjoyed filming this. I'm not going to edit it very much because I hopefully want to get it up late tonight or early tomorrow morning, but let me know what it's like in your area and where you live, or if you don't live in the United States and you live somewhere else. I think this is happening throughout the world also. Personally, I am not super concerned about you know, infectious disease. I do work in a hospital, and I've been kind of involved in the planning and rolling out of all the plans that we have there, and it's kind of scary, but at the same time, there are always bad things out there. I mean, as far as illnesses and viruses, it's just that this is something that we haven't figured out yet. You know, we don't have a vaccine, we don't have a cure, so it's really scary. Like, the flu's been around for hundreds of years, and even though people still die from the flu, we have a vaccine for that and we know how to treat it. So I think it's just sort of fear of the unknown. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and how you have prepared, if you have, and do you have enough toilet paper, and what do the stores look like in your area? So thanks so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.